high-definition newscast. We are your local weather authority, and we start with your forecast first.
Good evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. It was a nice day, but temperatures certainly starting to cool off a little bit. 72 was our high in Peoria. Bloomington normal hit a high of 70. Meanwhile, out west, Galesburg only in the upper 60s. Currently, many of us into the 50s now. 58 in Peoria, 56 out in Bloomington normal, 56 in Pontiac. Your hourly forecast through tomorrow. It's going to be a cool start into the 40s, but with a little bit of sunshine. By early to mid-afternoon, we're talking high temperatures only in the lower 60s. So a bit of a cool down heading our way tomorrow, but we'll stay dry. But when will the thunderstorms return? Oh, the full forecast coming up, but your news starts right now.
Tonight, standing down to stop the violence. How leaders in the River City are taking action against crime in Peoria.
Those 7 months are probably the longest in my life.
After months of waiting, hope has arrived. The journey to bring one young girl across the world and find home in central Illinois.
2 murders in the last week doubled the total number of homicides in Peoria this year. And
tonight, police say they are still searching for a suspect in one of those killings. 20-year-old Jordan Walker was found unresponsive in an alley near Millman Street Saturday night. Today, a memorial has been put up in his memory. Police say there are no suspects for this murder, but it doesn't appear to be a random killing. We've also been following the case of Gabriel Melendez. He was the man found unconscious early last week with a head injury. The coroner confirmed yesterday he also died. In this case, police arrested Charles Freeman in connection to Melendez's deadly injury. And those crimes are an all too common occurrence, but there's a group in central Illinois that's saying enough is enough.
WMBD's Scott Probst was there when they met tonight in downtown Peoria.
Got shooting, senseless violence.
More than 50 people.
I don't care who you is, the violence definitely needs to stop.
Gathered in solidarity with one goal in mind, to end violent crime in the River City.
We're not standing for this. This has got to stop.
This weekend was a bad one. 2 homicides on Saturday brought the city's count to 4.
The main message is that no life should be taken. That violence is not tolerated in our community, and the Peoria Community Against Violence hosts these Stand Down for Peace in order to do exactly that.
This is the second stand down for PCAV. They try to hold an event within 24 hours of every homicide.
We can all either stand back and agree that there's a cancer that's killing everybody and do nothing about it, or we can all try to get together and try to come up with some ideas, some strategies, something to show that that we need to do something about this and try to get the job done. This has got to stop.
Hoping to put an end to the bloodshed.
We not for retaliation. We just want justice to be served.
Regardless of what street you live on, what neighborhood you live in, this is our home, this is our town and our community, and we want to make sure that everyone knows that, and we want to instill that positive community support.
In Peoria, Scott Probst, WMBD News.
A PCAV has a peace walk scheduled for Friday at 6. They will start at the Carver Center and walk around the neighborhoods.
A man who had been missing since yesterday is found dead by search and rescue crews in Peoria tonight. Gregory Horton went mushroom hunting around 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Police say he was likely lost or disoriented at some point. If you know anything about this case, police are still investigating, and you can call 258-7160.
Well, it is National Police Week, and departments all across central Illinois are honoring their fallen heroes. Pekin Police, along with hundreds of other departments, encourage everyone to replace their porch or outside light bulb with a blue one.
You can show law enforcement in your community that A, you support them, and then also to show support for the families of officers that have been killed in the line of duty.
A number of events will take place in the country's capital, remembering those who have died in the line of duty, and police continuing to keep their communities safe. Well, over in the Twin Cities, Bloomington police officers honoring those who lost their lives in the line of duty by wearing mourning bands on their badges. Each officer has a black band stretched across their badge in their remembrance. The BPD has had 2 officers die while serving. National Police Week started back in 1962 when President Kennedy declared May 15th National Police Memorial Day.
WMBD is searching for solutions tonight after neighbors in one community in Pekin say the city needs to do more to make a homeowner clean up their property. This is what things look like at one house on Arthur Street. Neighbors reached out to WMBD saying it's a problem they've dealt with for years and they're fed up. One couple who lives in that area call the home a mess and believe it's causing problems as they try and sell their house.
That is just an eyesore. Trying to sell the house, and people come around looking up and down the street, and they look at that and say, maybe not.
According to the city code in Pekin, you cannot leave furniture or other items outside your house for more than 7 days if it degrades the value of homes in the neighborhoods. When WMBD went to the city, several employees there immediately recognized the address when we brought it up. However, the city manager says he is unaware of any complaints regarding that home.
A group of people in Peoria trying to clean up the city. They're using social media to do it. A Facebook page called Peoria, Illinois Trash City is now live. It was created to bring attention to what some say is a growing number of code enforcement violations. The page shows pictures of trash strewn in yards and also dumping. They also want people to use the city's website or mobile app to take pictures and report those issues when they see them.
Keeping an eye on Caterpillar tonight. Big Yellow says it's cutting back at 2 of its facilities. Company plans to eliminate one of the largest buildings at its Aurora, Illinois campus. This will reduce more than 1 million square feet of manufacturing space. At its facility in South Milwaukee, Cat will redesign the space. That means getting rid of more than 260,000 square feet of production area. The consolidations will begin immediately at each location. Caterpillar officials tell WMBD this will make operation more effective and will not result in any job loss at those facilities. Illinois is considering an increase in the state's gas tax as part of an effort to pay for road repairs. A study at the University of Illinois says an increase in the gas tax is more feasible than additional tolls or a tax on miles driven. Local businesses are concerned about the impact a gas tax hike might create for their bottom line. So far, the McLean County Chamber of Commerce has not taken a stance on the issue, but says any major tax can be a burden to businesses and you. State's gas tax currently sits at 19 cents per gallon.
A Princeville family had a full life, and the parents to 3 boys, they were certainly more than busy. But there was another plan for them, all the way across the world. Meet tonight's CI Heroes. This time last year, Hope Graham's life was drastically different.
The language and friend, everything is different about here.
Especially different from her home in Ethiopia. Blake and Rachel Graham started the process to adopt Hope 3 years ago.
She did a lot of paperwork. I mean,
Yeah, we started in about March of 2012. Well, I think I was probably the first one that really wanted to adopt, and for me it started a long time ago. I watched my cousin and her husband bring home a little girl from Romania, and that just kind of planted a seed in my heart for adoption and for kids without families.
With Hope in an orphanage, they waited 18 months for a referral, then got the call. They had their daughter.
It was scary having a daughter halfway across the world, and just that feeling of wanting to get her home was. Those 7 months were probably the longest in my life.
Only seen pictures before, the Grahams went to Ethiopia to visit. Then, in July of last year, they finally got to bring Hope to her new home in central Illinois. Home to 3 brothers, where her mom and dad were ready to give her a new life.
the adjustment period is tough, for the first few months, but then it seems like it just, God just kind of works. It's really neat to see how our family just kind of bonded together, even, through some, kind of difficult times.
It's been an adjustment for everyone, but it's working.
She likes to play a lot, and before we kind of did our own thing, but now we play together and go outside.
Yeah, we watch movies, and we watch Downton Abbey.
I feel really happy, and I love her a lot.
And as the Grahams grow closer, they're following what they say they were called to do for their family and for Hope through faith and love.
She's the real hero of the story. She came from a totally different culture, had to learn English. She does wonderful with English and has learned it in 9 months and is doing great in school. And it's been an amazing experience for our family.
Well, Hope is getting ready to wrap up her year as a 4th grader at Princeville Grade School. She says one of her favorite things to do is play basketball. Her dad actually coached her school team last year. And if you know someone who should be nominated as a CI Hero, let me know. Email your idea to ciheroes@wmbd.com.
The city of Bloomington is looking to put a plan in place for its biking community. Only some say the city doesn't have its priorities in order. But first, Chris?
Well, we are drying out in the wake of our latest storm system, and with that, a slight cool down. I'll have the full forecast and more coming up after the break.
High definition on WMBD, provided by Extreme Motors. You're watching WMBD News at 10, Central Illinois' first and only high-definition newscast. We are your local weather authority, and we start with your forecast first.
CI Heroes, brought to you by CEFCU.
Today through Memorial Day, Sherman's will pay your sales tax, thousands of items throughout the store. We've included all our GE appliances, all of our furniture, all our Sealy mattresses, and all clearance items. Having Sherman's pay your sales tax, kind of a big deal. If you're buying a bag of chips or a slice of pizza, you don't even notice the tax really. But $1,000 refrigerator comes with a pretty good adder. Kitchen full of appliances, it's huge. It's as much as another appliance. Come on in anytime today through Memorial Day and Sherman's will pay your sales tax.
Ever since he was 12, Brian Schuster has been recording his entire life on his video camera. So you can imagine the importance of recording his daughter's first steps. And just when it seemed like the time had come, the camera was gone. It had been stolen. But thanks to his insurance company, West Bend, Brian's camera was replaced inside of a week. So Brian was able to record this. Every day something bad happens to someone, but at West Bend, we try to make sure our customers can still experience a silver lining.
Today, I'm cancer-free, and I owe that to the Illinois Cancer Care. They saved my life. I will always be grateful for that.
Illinois Cancer Care offers personalized treatments and compassionate care. We are the leader in cancer care in Central Illinois and are nationally recognized for clinical research. We provide personal genetic testing and the most advanced treatments available. Illinois Cancer Care offers world-class cancer treatment at 12 clinic locations, comfortably close to home.
The fun part about being in the music business is seeing all the kids get their first instrument. We have a great flexible rental program where you can try an instrument on a trial period first and just rent it a month at a time. If things are going well with your student instrument, you can always upgrade to a better line instrument with some of your rental money applying towards purchase. If your instrument needs a tune-up, just bring it on in and we'll take care of it for you. You're welcome to stop in at the music shop and rent an instrument, or you can rent online at themusicshop.com.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD's chief meteorologist, Chris Yates.
Good evening, and thank you for sticking with us. A quiet and cool evening out there as we look out over Peoria from our KBL Design Center Skycam. Temperature-wise, I would like it to be a little warmer this time of year, but already up to 58 degrees. Dew point 42, wind now out of the west at 14. We're going to keep that breeze around as we head through tonight and into tomorrow, unfortunately. Temperature-wise, mainly in the lower to mid-50s across central Illinois. Lakin coming in at 55, 53 in Galesburg. Kewanee 50 degrees. Bloomington normal sitting at 56. Storm tracker quiet. Skies mostly clear. Some dry air slowly begins to work in, but we do have a patch of cloud cover working out of Iowa, and that will nudge into northern parts of Illinois, at least through tonight into early tomorrow morning. But then we'll see high pressure really building in from the west as we go in through tomorrow. So with that high pressure, dry air will be in place. Temperature-wise, still cool. It is a relatively cool air mass. And then as we head into Wednesday, our attention then shifts to the southwest. Once again, we'll be dealing with more severe weather in Texas and parts of Oklahoma. For us, a little bit warmer, but we'll stay dry. We'll see some mid and high level clouds increasing in the afternoon, and overnight will likely be partly cloudy but remaining dry until Thursday. That's when our storm chances begin to return. Feature track skies mostly clear to partly cloudy, especially along and north of Interstate 74. Further south, skies perhaps just a little clearer. Temperatures mainly in the mid-40s tonight, but a bit cool for this time of year. The average low is in the lower 50s, so we're going to be about 5 to 10 degrees below average. Future track through tomorrow. Skies partly cloudy to mostly clear in the morning, becoming mostly sunny in the afternoon. It should be a beautiful day, but a bit cool. Wind speeds also looking to be rather breezy coming in out of the west at about 20 miles per hour in Peoria by mid-afternoon, and then by tomorrow night, we see these wind speeds really dropping off. Your high temperature forecast mainly in the 60s for tomorrow, 63 degrees for your high in Peoria. So a cool night tonight with some clouds and temperatures into the 40s. Tomorrow, Sunrise, 5:45 a.m., but look for your temperatures to be back into the 60s. Here's a look at your extended forecast. It is dry through Wednesday. By Thursday, the thunderstorm chances return. High temperatures back into the 70s and into the lower 80s. At this point, not expecting anything to become severe, but unfortunately, once again, I'm going to have to deal with these pesky storms straight through our weekend, at least the start of next week. Looks a little dry.
All right, we're going to
have to fix this.
Yeah, into this
get
trend.
on it.
All right.
We'll work on it.
Thanks, Chris. I'll be right back.
Now through the end of June, get a free pair of sunglasses when you purchase your first pair of glasses, even when you use your vision benefits.
Save $50 on 4 or more boxes of Cooper Vision Biofinity contacts.
Bart Optical, vision for life.
They say good fences make good neighbors, but adding a fence to your home can do so much more. It can be an instant facelift to your property, adding curb appeal, increasing the value of your home, and providing you with a sense of security. For 4 generations, Security Fence Company has provided custom fence services for Central Illinois. Our friendly professional designers can take your vision and make it a reality. Whether you go with wood, vinyl, ornamental, or aluminum, contact Security Fence Company today for a fence that makes sense.
Throughout Central Illinois, there's someone lending a helping hand to families and businesses, someone providing the means to make hopes and dreams become reality. We're your hometown community banks, and we're a part of your hometown. Together, we're making our community stronger, one relationship at a time. Hometown Community Banks. Look for the clock tower, and you'll know. We have time for you. Remember, Desi.
New perspectives lead to new perceptions, like the one you get behind the wheel of the all-new Chrysler 200. With its unrivaled craftsmanship and superior fuel efficiency, you won't look at sedans the same way again. One drive and you'll discover why the Chrysler 200's popularity is growing faster than any sedan in its segment. Join us now during the Chrysler Drive and Discover event. During 1 week to deal, get $3,500 combined cash allowance plus $500 bonus cash on the 2015 Chrysler 200.
It's called Hawaiian Pineapple, and it's a Good Tequila's Mexican grill. Perfectly ripe pineapple, garden peppers, and of course, sizzling roasted shrimp. Good Tequilas, Mexican food you know, and so much more to get to know.
This portion of WMBD 31 News is brought to you by Illinois Center for Pain and Rehab.
Why do we go to ICPR Family Practice? They help keep my family healthy and active, and their awesome new facility confirms I've made the right choice. My youngest likes her well visits, my oldest is seeing great results after a sports injury, and I finally got my husband to get help for his knee pain. Plus, they do their physical therapy right there. Then there's me. I like going to Sumer Wellness for a little pampering and age-defying skincare. ICPR Family Practice is right for my family and yours.
Schedule your appointment today.
You're watching WMBD News at 10.
The Twin Cities, known for being bike-friendly, but in Bloomington, the budget is tight, and that means efficiency is being as efficient as strong as possible is important, stretching every dollar when it comes to roads. WMBD's Jacob Peklo explains in a story that's new tonight at 10.
And in the right places, we can include a cycling infrastructure where it makes sense, and I think if we plan for it, it'll be a much more efficient spend of any of that money.
The city of Bloomington has been developing its bike master plan for nearly 2 years. It's a plan that's had extensive community feedback. Not everyone believes the city should be investing in bikes when it's already facing budget shortfalls and road repair backlogs.
If we had the infrastructure to support it, if we had good streets, if we had everything set up the way that it should be, I would be on the bandwagon blowing 4 horns at once.
The city council heard from several people at Monday night's meeting. They're trying to decide what work needs to come first when rolling out that bike master plan.
If you have a plan ahead of time, you can really then work appropriately toward that, and long term you can make a great difference.
Jim Karch says it would be ideal for his public works department to make several changes at once, which means when fixing the roads, making sure they're also bike friendly.
One example of the road diet would be right here off of Oakland Avenue. You see when they repair the roadway here, they're going to reduce it from 4 car lanes down to 2, as well as 2 bike lanes.
This plan tries to position ourselves so that when opportunities arise for infrastructure, we capitalize on those timing. So really this is a plan of opportunities is how we look at it.
In Bloomington, Jacob Peklo, WMBD News.
Council voted 8-1 to approve the bike master plan this evening. Council members say having the bike master plan will help them try and take advantage of some grant money as well. One of the biggest issues they'd still like to address in the future is how bikes cross major roads like Veterans Parkway.
Because of a limited budget in Bloomington, a stretch of Oakland is the only major repair on tap. Last year, Bloomington had $10 million dedicated to road repairs, including resurfacing. This year, only about $2.4 million were budgeted. Several streets are in disrepair, and it made prioritizing difficult. As a result, Public Works Director Jim Karch says the focus will be on a lot of side streets.
We could always, every year, just focus on arterials, the major roads. We could focus on just those alone, but you can't do that. You also have to take care of those roads that, on the subdivision roads that have been maybe neglected for decades, and they have a significant need as well.
City is also set to make about $400,000 worth of repairs to its sidewalks, so they meet the standards of the Americans with Disabilities Act.
And Bloomington Mayor Terry Renner trying to make sure the next budget process doesn't come down to the wire again. Tonight, he appointed a task force to look at some priorities for the city before the next scheduled meeting in September. The committee includes 3 council members and 6 members of the community. Renner says that blend will help decide tough decisions like whether certain programs will need to be cut or if taxes need to be raised.
Maybe even an actual tax increase or some combination to close the gap, because we can't run a deficit.
Renner says he also wants to get more community feedback on the budget so it can be finished in early 2016.
And All-American football player is in hot water at ISU. Kurt has the story next in sports.
Whether you need a small repair or a whole new roof, Geyer Roofing has you covered. Our team of professionals will give your home or business the look and protection it needs while getting the job done on time and within budget. We value your business and offer quality craftsmanship at reasonable prices. So rest assured, with 2 generations of experience, Geyer Roofing has the know-how to get the job done right. There are a lot of roofers in Central Illinois, but what only the best will do, hire Geyer. Get your free estimate today.
Somebody went to Wisconsin Dells. After you vacation in the water park capital of the world, you'll never look at water the same way again. Go to wisdells.com and get your free vacation guide.
Hey, honey, I think I want to get a car wash.
My car? It's like our second home. A lot of life goes on in here. And Kroger helps with fuel points on things like groceries, gift cards, and qualifying prescriptions. I have a lot of road to cover, so I've got to keep moving. And with savings up to $1 a gallon, that makes life a little easier.
Hitting the road for summer fun? Earn double fuel points on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays this summer. Download the fuel coupon or clip and save. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
I'm Tim Sowers of LD Ford. What does it really mean to say you're number one and truly be number one? Is it if you advertise the most? No. Is it if you have the most inventory? No. Is it if you promote prices that you can't back up but they sound really good? No. Or is it simply if you have the most experienced family-run dealership in the area that takes the best care of people, better than anyone else, and this family will do whatever it takes to earn your business? You tell me.
This portion of WMPD News is brought to you by Ron's Carpets.
It's always a great time to update your flooring. Ron's Carpets has an unmatched selection for over 20 years. 1003 Northeast Adams, Peoria.
Hey Central Illinois, Clay and Lindsay here with Homer. We want to see you this Saturday at Dozer Park.
Free admission for all active military and veterans, plus Chiefs camo hat giveaway thanks to Hardee's, so get here early.
And fireworks after the game. It's going to be a great night for baseball.
Come out and cheer on our Peoria Chiefs.
Peoria on the Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by KBL Design Center. Now, your local sports with WMBD's Kurt Pegler.
Marshawn Kopperich might be the best running back in FCS football, but right now he's suspended from the ISU football team. The All-American running back who set school records for rushing yards and touchdowns in a season is suspended indefinitely. Last month he tried to sell between 10 and 30 grams of marijuana to an undercover agent, according to our news partner, WJBC.
Coach Brock Spack announces the suspension today, and he says he'll let the legal process continue before making a final decision on Koppich's status with the Redbirds. Illinois is firing back at former football player who accused Coach Tim Beckman and his staff of abuse and misuse of power. Sunday, former lineman Simon Svjanovich alleged his former coach forced him to play through severe knee pain, that Beckman overruled doctors' opinions and essentially forced the senior to quit the team. But athletic director Mike Thomas isn't seeing it that way today.
We do exit interviews with our student athletes, and the feedback from our student athlete exit interviews don't correspond with what we're hearing from Simon.
It's just more and more over and over abuse and misuse of his power, trying to get me to conform and go back on the field to be injured and play on the field injured.
Some of Svjanovich's teammates have backed his claims, yet some have taken to Twitter to dispute them. The NFL comes down hard on the Patriots, suspending QB Tom Brady 4 games for his role in deflating game balls used in the AFC title game and fining the team $1 million, plus taking away 2 future draft picks, including next year's number 1. Cubs open the left field bleachers for the first time this season tonight. They had been under construction, and in the first inning, Chris Bryant hits a ball out to those bleachers. A 2-run blast, his second homer of the season, and the first to a full bleachers section. And on the next pitch, Anthony Rizzo follows with a homer to the not yet opened right field bleachers. Cubs beat the Mets 4-3. White Sox make the short drive to Milwaukee, and how about this? They spot the Brewers a 6-0 lead, then come back to tie the game on this Adam Eaton 8th inning single to right, scoring Alexi Ramirez, but it's only 7-7 for a few minutes because Elian Herrera, a deep homer for the Brewers in their half of the 8th, and it's Milwaukee beating the White Sox 10-7. Bradley has another basketball recruit. KTTU Radio in Lubbock, Texas reports Texas Tech forward Alex Foster, a 6'8 forward from Chicago, will transfer to Bradley. He'll have to sit out a year, then have 2 years remaining. 4 Peoria Christian seniors signed their college letters today. Parker Cupey will play soccer at ICC. Alex Hewling soccer at Greenville. Basketball's Alex Clark is headed to Olivet Nazarene. And 3 sport athlete Philip Fox will be a decathlete at Olivet Nazarene.
With all the sports I do, golf, basketball, and track, it just really helps your mental toughness, and that's something you really need to go through those grueling competitions.
Congratulations to all 4 of those Peoria Christian seniors. And speaking of the Chargers and seniors, senior day for the soccer team. They're taking on East Peoria at Shea Stadium. In the 5th minute, it's senior Anna Wytharn takes a perfect backheel pass and places it perfectly for her first career varsity goal. Well done. Then less than 90 seconds later, fellow senior Bailey Glenn finds the same space. She gets this one past the keeper, and the Chargers win on senior day 5-0. Briefly, Brimfield's Riley Keith signs with ICC softball. Morton's Kyle Cashdollar with Eureka baseball. Finally, we all know that Shaquille O'Neal fell off the set on TNT last week. Now he's playing it safe. How much bubble wrap do you need for a 7'1", 325-pound man just in case he falls back off the set?
I don't think
it's a good look for him.
I don't know how you can deliver that.
Very good. All right, thanks, Kurt. Don't go away. Chris back right after this, the last look at your forecast.
This portion of WMBD 31 News sponsored by...
Where it's more than a car.
It's a Honda.
This portion of WMBD News sponsored by American Pest Control.
Your house, your castle, could be under attack by subterranean termites. Highly organized, termites exist to eat, reproduce, and feed their queen, who can produce millions of eggs. The Centricon system was developed to eliminate the queen and her colony. And research shows termites prefer Centricon to wood. Learn how to protect your home with Centricon.
Come to Presley's Outdoors for the latest and greatest on fishing equipment, including specials on brand new products like Blues Tournament MB bait casting reel or the hottest new rod company, Duckett Rods, starting at $99.
Hey, so I heard they were casting for the new Presley's commercial.
Oh yeah? I better get my agent on the line.
As long as you're willing to work for scale.
Shop brand new gear and hundreds of new lures at Presley's Outdoors in Bartonville.
Not everyone wants to follow the crowd, especially when they have a truck capable of taking them farther. And that's exactly what Ram 1500 can do with the best fuel economy out there. It's this kind of leadership that has more people driving Ram trucks than ever before. Join us now during the Ram Drive and Discovery event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $2,000 bonus cash for up to $9,500 in total values on Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab.
Thinking of exploring the theme parks and golf courses of Central Florida for fun in the sun? Fly nonstop to Orlando Sanford from Peoria International Airport. With our free parking, friendly faces, and shorter lines, you can focus on all the excitement Orlando has in store. Fly Peoria to Orlando Sanford and start your trip off right. Peoria International Airport, connecting you to the world.
In the world of electricity, they're the Special Forces, molded by 8,000 hours of on-the-job training and 750 more in the classroom, the equivalent of a master's degree. Guys ready for anything, veterans of voltage. The ones you call to do it right in the first place, also known as the men and women of NECA and the IBEW.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, I understand that dealing with the insurance company can be very frustrating. I'm attorney Doc Halliday, and if you find yourself in this position with no idea where to turn, call or visit me at my office in Junction City.
You're watching WMBD News at 10.
All right, and a rainy day at first. Ended up with some sunshine though, so can't really complain.
Ended on a good note,
Yeah.
but it is going to be looking a little cooler for tomorrow. High of 63 degrees. Well, we'll get rid of the cool weather quick. Back into the 70s for the end of the week. The next chance of rain Thursday, but that'll last, unfortunately, through our weekend. But we'll get rid of it next week.
Ready for these weekend storms to go away.
Go away and give us some sunshine.
All right, thanks, Chris. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Don't forget WMBD News available on air, online, and on the go.
And you can head over to our website, ciproud.com. You can also get the latest news on our app for your smartphone or tablet. Good night.
Good night.
Purchase your